The boxers have been given their instructions. The seconds are out. The crowd is ready for another edition of Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing with your presenter, the boxing historian, Greg Rashid.
And I want to say Swaddy Cup to everyone listening to the program. This is your presenter, Greg Rashid, with another edition of the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. And if you're new to the program, Swaddy Cup means hello in Thai. I'm based here in Bangkok, Thailand, loving it. Retired over here and loving doing the show, as I always do. Try to get out every week. We try to get a show in, maybe sometimes 3 or more shows a week. But we have a good time on here. And if you're new to the program, and you must be a boxing fan if you're tuning in, what we do on here, we talk about the current events in boxing, also in other combat sports. But also we do, it's a highlight on here, we always do fantasy fights, what-if fights. And I know you sit around with your buddies saying, I wonder what happened if Mike Tyson had fought Muhammad Ali, or what would happen if Joe Louis had fought Joe Frazier. I know you wonder that. And that's what we do on the show. We use different modalities in order to create these fights. Today we'll be using Title Bout 2 Boxing PC. And also comes on card game, too, created by the one and only Jim Trunza. Great game. And we also use 2 other games from time to time. Legends of Boxing, which is on PC. And also Glory Days Boxing, which is a card and dice game. All 3 games, great games. And we just put boxes in there and just imagine what would happen. And today, we're going to have a return match. This is a return match. They're calling it at the Reckoning. And it pits, it's easy for me to say, it pits 2 all-time great junior welterweights, Hector Macho Camacho and Aaron the Hawk Pryor. And they fought on here previously, and what happened was that due to cuts, it was declared a no contest. So they're going to have another fight today, 12-rounder, and we're going to see what happens. And I want to thank Pillow Donald for suggesting this fight. He's the promoter of this show today, and you can be a promoter too. Just send me, wherever you listen to the program, be it on YouTube, be it on Facebook, wherever you're listening, on Twitter, X, wherever you're listening, just drop me a line. And so many people say, do all the time. They say, hey, I want to see these 2 guys fight, or I want to see these 2 women fight. And we'll put it in there. And I always tell folks, except for Usyk, Canelo Alvarez, Deontay Wilder, and a couple of other guys, basically the fighters I use are from 2010 on back. Now, I do have all the current women fighters. So you can ask me about them to put them in as far as fighting. I love to do that. And sometimes we may do some wrestling on here too, but that's another story there. But we have fun on here. We have a good time. We also talk about what's going on in the world of boxing. And I want to say this beforehand. I want to thank all those that listen all over the world. There's so many folks. Some countries I have to look them up and say, wow, I didn't even know this was a country. So many people all over the world, and I just want to thank everyone. But everyone, a lot of people listen every Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Mountain Time in Colorado on KUHSdenver.com, created by the one and only Henry Archuleta. And I'm so grateful to be on that show, that station, for so many years. And due to them, I have been credentialed to attend various media events over the years, and had the opportunity this week, and I'm saying this week, if you're listening on May 27th when I'm taping this, over here right now is the boxing trials for the Olympics. The Olympics are going to be in Paris this year in August. And from May 24th until June the 2nd, they're having the boxing trials. Every nation is here. and it's the amateur boxing. It's really something. I've been there for 2 days so far, and I'm going back later on in the week. And it's really fun to see. It's just fascinating. And I want to thank the folks who are running the Boxing Road to Paris here in Bangkok, Thailand. They're doing a bang-up job, really make you feel good, very supportive and helpful, help the media out, just really great. But I really enjoyed being out there. And it is amateur, and you can see a lot of the guys that I've seen fight thus far. And there are women there, too, but I haven't seen any women yet. I haven't seen the women fights yet, but I'm going to check those out. A lot of them, because they're amateurs, some of them are nervous. They're on a big stage now, hoping to get to the Olympics, and this is the trials to do that, the knockout rounds. And so far, I've been impressed with one guy in particular who really, he's really of all the fighters I've seen thus far, and I haven't seen every fight. I've seen about 20-some fights, and there's like hundreds of them that are going on. But there's one guy from India, 139-pounder. His name, and please don't get on me for brutalizing the name, but he is the smoothest guy I've seen so far in this event. And who I'm talking about is Abanish Jamwar, Jamwal. So any of my friends in India, please correct me on that. But he is smooth. I mean, he looks like he's ready for the pros. The way he fights, and he's someone to look out for. And I make predictions from time to time. They don't work out, but I think this guy will go a long ways. And just remember his name. His last name, Jamwal. Fighting in the 139-pound division. Just, solid fighter, solid. But this event is really something. And I want to say to all my friends who listen in to the show in Thailand, it's a free event. So you can go there. If you're in Bangkok, check it out. If you're a boxing fan, really check it out. It's really fun. And plus they have this basically a boxing playground, a little carnival, where, interactive things that people can do there. Really a fun event. And it's I didn't even say where it's at, but it's at the Indoor Stadium in Womack. Indoor Stadium Womack, that's what they call it. So check that out. Really a great event. It'll be here through June the 2nd, and then it's on to Paris. And I'm going to tell you, I'm trying my best to get to Paris. I would love to be there to see the finals of the Olympics boxing. I would love to see that, and I'm going to, if it takes doing a GoFundMe site, whatever it is, I'm going to try my best. I got credentialed here, and I can get credentialed there. So hopefully it will come to pass. So say, put that positive energy out there so I can go there. And you can start helping me get there. If just go to my Patreon site, look for Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast, Patreon site, and just contribute $1 or so, $1 a month, just to keep things in operation here. So I have a great mic, sound system, improve some of the computer software, all of that. And also you can go to the site Buy Me a Coffee and contribute what you can to the program. $1, whatever it takes. Just to show that you're supporting it, because we got a lot of folks supporting, but we need you out there to make that, contribution. Just $1, whatever you can do. It would really be helpful. But anyway, we're going to get to boxing, some more boxing news now before we get to our fantasy fight. And what I'm going to do, we're going to have right now, I think we'll have Ava start this off. And she's going to be talking about Bill Haney, Devin Haney's father, and this whole situation with Ryan Garcia. This is an ongoing, it's a shame what he's done, what Garcia's done. And he has no, the sad thing, he has no he doesn't care. It doesn't seem like he cares, that he used PEDs. He's been found out, but he's still bragging that, that he beat Devin, and he beat him in one sense, but not legally. So, we're going to have Ava come on here and talk a little bit about what Devin Haney's father, Bill, is talking about what he's trying to do. So let's hear that on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast.
Bill Haney has called. In an article written by Jake Donovan for The Ring, Bill Haney has called.
Well, we're having a little technical problem with that, trying to get that one on. So let's go to our next article. And it really happens. I mean, that's why we need your donations. But anyway, let's do right now Joanne. And she's going to talk about, hopefully this one will work with, about what's coming up with Usyk. So let's hear that on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast.
In an article written by Jake Donovan for The Ring magazine, Oleksandr Usyk has taken a first step, and perhaps a last gasp, to keep his undisputed heavyweight championship reign intact. The Ring has confirmed that the unbeaten two-division champ has filed an exception to avoid being stripped of the IBF title. The request to delay his overdue mandatory title defense comes 6 days after Usyk defeated Tyson Fury via split decision to fully unify all the heavyweight titles. Fury's representatives confirmed plans to enforce a rematch clause. It also comes 8 days ahead of a clash involving the next contender in line for the title. Mandatory challenger Filip Hrgović and England's Daniel Dubois collide on June 1 at Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The same venue housed Usyk's historic win to crown the first undisputed heavyweight champion of the 21st century.
And let's hear Joanne also talk about this upcoming fight, because this is a big one. It's it's going to be this weekend, June the 1st, but a lot of you may be listening to the show after the fact, so you'll already know what happened there. But let's check out what she says about that upcoming fight.
Filip Hrgović predicts he's going to conquer Daniel Dubois this Saturday in their 12-round fight on the 5v5 card on June 1st in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Many boxing fans are predicting a victory for the more experienced Hrgović, as he's got the age advantage and the amateur pedigree. What Hrgović doesn't possess is the speed, power, and youth of Dubois. If Dubois can fight with the same conviction as he did in his last fight, that could be a problem for Hrgović. Hrgović, 17-0, 14 KOs, says he wants Dubois, 20-2, 19 KOs, to be aggressive and come forward because he will defeat him head-on. It will be interesting to see if Dubois can have the same success against Hrgović as he did in his last fight in Riyadh against Gerald Big Baby Miller last December. That was an impressive performance from Dubois, who came back from a shaky start to dominate and stop the previously unbeaten Miller. The Eddie Hearn-promoted Hrgović has looked good recently, defeating Mark Tamori, Dempsey McKean, and Lei Zhang, but those guys aren't in the same league as Dubois in terms of speed and youth. I see big biceps but I don't see big balls, said Filip Hrgović to TNT Sports Boxing, talking about Daniel Dubois. You don't fight with biceps, you fight with balls and the heart. You're going to find out about that, said Dubois. Let's put it to sleep. I can't wait, said Hrgović. I want you to be like that so I can conquer you. You should be aggressive. You should come forward, and I conquer you, and you're going to sleep. No way, said Dubois. I'm ready for him. I'm ready to put on a show and put him to sleep. I'm 100% confident and ready for this opportunity.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one. That is going to be a big fight. Also on that card, as you know, we've talked about it previously, Joe Zhang versus Deontay Wilder. And that's a huge crossroads fight, because whoever loses that, they said they're going to retire. And I got a feeling that I think Zhang's going to beat Deontay. I don't think, and I look at Deontay in his interviews, in his last couple of fights, I don't think his heart is in it. I think the 3 fights against Tyson Fury took a lot out of him. And I don't think he's going to win this fight this Saturday. And as far as the other fight, I think Daniel Dubois, I don't think he can, he's got that glass jaw. And I don't think he's going to win that fight. I think Dubois is going to lose and Wilder's going to lose. But what do you think? What do you think about it? And now Joanna, she's going to also talk about an upcoming fight in the fall of this year in Texas between Errol Spence Jr. and Sebastian Fundora. So let's hear what she has to say about that.
According to a breaking news tweet from Mike Coppinger, Sebastian Fundora and Errol Spence have agreed to fight each other in October, the fight to take place in Dallas. According to the tweet, The plan is for the fight that will see Fundora defend his WBC 154-pound title to be held at the AT&T Stadium, providing a date can be found that suits the Dallas Cowboys' home schedule. This is of course an interesting fight, and a pretty much unexpected fight. It was thought Fundora would face Tim Chu in a rematch, Chu of course being the man Fundora upset to take the belt in a bloody battle back in March. Now, with Chu fighting Virgil Ortiz Jr. in August, in what is another great matchup, Fundora faces former welterweight champ Spence instead. Spence, as we know, has not fought since his heavy stoppage loss to Terence Crawford last July. Now, Spence, his 147-pound days behind him, will look to bounce back and become a two-weight champion. Fundora, though, is a real handful for any fighter, not least because of the uncommon height and reach he possesses for a man fighting in the 154-pound division. Fundora is blessed with a reach more suited to a heavyweight, his wingspan being an incredible 80 inches.
You know, that should be something. I actually would like to see Crawford fight Fundora. You know, I'm still kind of, and I like Spence, but him jumping in the ring after Fundora lost the fight because of the cuts to Zoom, I thought that was strange for him to come in there and make that challenge. But this is, it's boxing. These federations, they do odd things, as we know. If you've been following boxing for a long time, these federations, they're very strange. But before I go with the next story, what else, what was going to occur had a little glitch here with Ava as far as Bill Haney. He's trying to sue Ryan Garcia because he says, it's been proven now that he had PEDs in him when he fought his son. And Ryan's been bragging about it. And also he says, which I think is this is odd, but he said he's going to start his own federation of nothing but guys who use PEDs. And that's, I don't know. That's not a good look. But Ryan Garcia does some odd stuff that's really, he's got talent, but, he doesn't, he's going down this road that it's just not a good look. It's not a good look. And there are a lot of young people that look up to him, and he's not the best example right now. The stuff he says, 1 minute when you're quoting, talking about how Christian you are, and the next minute you're cursing like you in a bar at 2 a.m. Come on. That's ridiculous. But anyway, we're going to get to one thing. We always talk about boxing history, and something that occurred today, May 27th, that Joanne's going to talk about. So let's hear that on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast.
May 27, 1983, undisputed world champion Marvin Hagler knocked out Wilfred Cyprian in round 4 to earn the inaugural IBF middleweight title at the Civic Center in Providence, Rhode Island. Hagler already held the WBA and WBC titles heading into the fight, but neither organization sanctioned the scheduled 15-round bout. The champion avoided being stripped of his titles, though, when he put down Cyprian with a barrage of punches in the fourth to improve to 57-2.
Yeah, I remember that fight very well. And Cyprian, we know that Hagler is one of the all-time greats of all time, but Cyprian was not a bad fighter. He was a very good fighter, but he ran into the buzzsaw known as Marvin Hagler, and that changed everything. But anyway, we're going to get right now to our featured event, our fantasy fight today, Hector Macho Camacho versus Hawk Pryor, Aaron the Hawk Pryor, junior welterweight 12-rounder. And as always, our commentator he's got this fan club. I can't believe, they always ask about Knockout Nigel. Everybody, and he's our commentator as always on this program. And, if some of you were listening at the beginning of this program, we started last year, we had Shoulder Roll Steve, who's still out there, but he may be doing some wrestling on here and some other things. He's working on some things that he's told me about, but right now we got Knockout. And everyone loves Knockout Nigel. So what I want you right now is just relax. Let your mind wander and just use your imagination. Get your favorite beverage and just sit back and just imagine this fight between Camacho and Pryor on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. we got our commentator right now, the one and only Knockout Nigel.
Cheers. This is your humble commentator, Knockout Nigel, coming to you today from the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland, where we have a rematch in the junior welterweight division. A crowd of 15,000 are on hand to see this bout, which has been called The Reckoning, between Hector Macho Camacho and Aaron the Hawk Pryor. The first bout was stopped due to a cut suffered by Pryor. He is all healed up and promises that today will be Hawk time. The fight will be on the 10-point must system. The judges are Eugenia Williams, Dr. Ruben Garcia, and Harry Gibbs. The man in charge of the action is Frank Sikora. Pryor is already in the ring, pacing. There has been an hour delay waiting for Camacho. Oh my word. Flying from the rafters, wearing a red cape with an M on it, is Camacho, using a jetpack to fly him around the arena. He's screaming macho time as he buzzes the crowd. Finally, Camacho touches down into the ring. His cornermen take off his jetpack. Pryor points his right fist at Camacho, screaming Hawk time. Camacho screams back, macho time. There is no love lost between these two chaps. This should be a good one. I will take a sip of bubbly as the bell sounds for round one. Pryor lands a 3-point right cross at ring center, then misses with a left uppercut. Camacho clinches and lifts Pryor off the ground in a bear hug. The referee immediately deals Camacho to knock it off. I sense Sikora has his work cut out for him in this one. Camacho is moving about the ring, trying to establish position. The fighters are in ring center. Camacho lands a partially blocked 1-point right cross. Pryor misses with a combination. Camacho lands another partially blocked 1-point right cross. Camacho follows with a 3-point combination. Camacho misses with a right hook. Camacho is on his bicycle again, stalked by Pryor. Pryor has pinned Camacho into the neutral. Before he can load up on a left hook, Camacho escapes by dancing away. The silver tassels and blue bells on Camacho's shoes are a sight. The ringing from the bells are a distraction. The fighters are in ring center. Camacho misses with a right cross. Pryor continues to stalk his man as the bell sounds to end round one. That was a very cautious round for both fighters. I give a slight edge to Camacho. Camacho had 5 points to 3 points for Pryor. One of Camacho's people have handed me his red cape. They want me to use it to keep my bubbly chilled. How kind of them. I will take a sip of bubbly as round two begins. Pryor has quickly cut off the ring and pinned Hector Camacho on the far ropes. Pryor lands a left uppercut for 4 points, a 5-point right hook, and 4-point left cross. Camacho appears dazed by those shots. Pryor has menace in his eyes. He wants to end this now. The crowd is on its feet, loving Pryor's aggression. Camacho clinches. Camacho has placed Pryor in a headlock. Hey! This is not the WWE! Referee Sikora gives Camacho a stern warning. Camacho looks at the ref and says, "It's macho time." What a character! Pryor lands a 3-point combination. Camacho lands a 2-point right jab. Pryor misses with a left jab. Camacho lands a 2-point right hook. Pryor misses with a right hook. The fighters are in ring center. Pryor lands a 5-point right hook at the bell that knocked Camacho into the ropes. Camacho bounces off the ropes, screaming, "It's macho time," and runs to his corner. Pryor was all business in that round, dominating Camacho. Pryor had 22 second-round points to 4 for Camacho. My word, this Cape Camacho gave certainly chills my bubbly. Let me take a swig as ring 3 begins. My word, my head is about to explode. That is the coldest bubbly I have ever had. This Cape is amazing. The fighters meet at ring center. Pryor lands a 2-point left uppercut and a 4-point right cross to the gut. A very clean shot that forces Camacho to clinch once more. On the break, Camacho lands a partially blocked 1-point combo and a 2-point right jab. Pryor misses with a combination and right uppercut. Camacho counters with a 2-point combination. Camacho lands a 2-point left hook to the stomach and a 3-point right cross. They are now toe-to-toe. Pryor lands a 3-point left cross. Camacho misses with a right uppercut. Pryor misses with a left hook, but scores a 2-point combination at the bell. That was a tough round to score. It could have gone either way. Pryor had 12 points to Camacho's 10 points. Referee Sikora is talking to Panama Lewis in Pryor's corner. I believe that Camacho's corner has informed Sikora that Lewis is trying to give Pryor an illegal mixture for him to drink. The police have come and are escorting Lewis out of the arena. Wow, I have never seen that before. Let me take a tiny sip of bubbly. It is much too cold to take my regular sip as round 4 begins. Pryor lands a 2-point combination at ring center, then misses a wild left hook. Camacho is dancing around the ring. The bells on his shoes are deafening. Where did he get those things? Pryor misses with a combination. Camacho counters with a 4-point right cross. That was Camacho's best punch of the day. Pryor takes a step back to gather himself. Pryor lands a 3-point left jab, then misses a combo. This is interesting. Pryor is dancing about the ring, while Camacho has become the stalker. Talk about role reversal. Pryor plants himself and lands a left hook for 4 points that got Camacho's attention. Pryor misses with a left jab, then lands a solid 4-point left uppercut that snaps Camacho's head back. Camacho clinches and bullies Pryor into the neutral corner. On the break, Pryor misses with a right uppercut. Camacho is darting in and out, taunting Pryor. As Camacho steps in, Pryor pivots and lands a crushing 5-point left hook. Camacho is knocked into the ropes. He is definitely in trouble. Pryor is loading up his right, but the bell has rung to save Camacho. Pryor is at ring center screaming, "Hawk time." Camacho slowly walks back to his corner, then twirls around quickly to yell macho time. Pryor dominated the 4th. His blows have been the more damaging in this fight, but he has to be careful to watch for Camacho's rapier-like blows that could cause a cut at any moment. Pryor scored 19 points in round 4, while Camacho had only 4. I will hold off on the bubbly as we begin round 5. I'm still feeling the coldness in my mouth from the last sip. Camacho rushes out and lands a 2-point right jab and 2-point right cross. Pryor misses a right uppercut. Camacho misses with a counter right jab. The fighters are in ring center. Both fighters are doing a lot of feinting. Camacho lands a 2-point right jab and 3-point left cross. Pryor lands a 4-point left hook to the stomach and a 4-point left hook to the face that got Camacho's attention. The hook to the stomach has caused Camacho to become flat-footed. That blow literally took the wind out of Camacho. Camacho clinches and spins Pryor around. Pryor loses his balance and ends up on the mat. Camacho looks down at him and screams macho time. The bell sounds to end round 5. Pryor jumps up off the mat and pushes Camacho in the back as he is returning to his corner. One of Camacho's people has jumped in the ring and has threatened Pryor. Pryor's corner has also jumped into the ring. Oh dear. This is going to get ugly. Referee Sikora separates both parties before the ring becomes a riot zone. The crowd is throwing paper cups and other objects in the ring. Referee Sikora has asked me to turn on my mic and address the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's have calmer heads prevail. We want to see these blokes continue today. Please settle down. Someone has opened a banner in Section D that reads, "Knockout Nigel for President." The arena spotlight is on the banner. It has elicited the loudest applause I have ever heard. I am so touched. I better take a swig of this cold bubbly before I start crying. And I forgot to mention, with all this commotion, that Camacho had 9 points to 8 for Pryor in the 5th round. At ring center, Pryor misses with a combination. Camacho counters with a 3-point right uppercut. Pryor lands a 2-point combination. Camacho lands his own 2-point combination. Camacho is bobbing and weaving while Pryor is feinting, looking for an opening. Pryor misses with a right cross. Camacho dances out the way. He circles to Pryor's right, then left. Pryor catches Camacho with a 5-point combination and 3-point left hook to the body. Camacho clinches to regain his composure. Those punches hurt him. Pryor misses with a left uppercut on the break, then scores a 2-point right cross. Camacho clinches again and holds Pryor into the bell sounds to end round 6. The ref walks with Camacho back to his corner. He warns him and his corner that a point will be deducted if Camacho continues holding. That was another good round for Pryor. He may be too strong for Camacho. Pryor had 13 points to 5 for Camacho in round 6. A huge cheer has gone up in the arena as a group of fans are walking around, holding up the Knockout Nigel for President banner. This is getting to me. My hands are shaking. I can't even take a sip of bubbly. I didn't realize how much support I have from the fans. I am holding back from bawling as the bell sounds for round 7. Pryor misses with a left hook at center ring. Camacho lands a partially blocked right hook for 1 point. Camacho is moving about the ring, trying to establish position. Pryor lands a left cross for 5 points that has Camacho hurt. Camacho tries to clinch, but Pryor pushes him away, yelling, "It's Hawk time." Pryor misses with 2 right crosses. He is getting a little anxious. His corner is telling him to take his time. Pryor lands a 4-point left hook to the gut, and then a 5-point straight right that buckles Camacho's knees. He is in trouble. Aaron Pryor scores 4 points. That was a clean shot. Camacho grabs Pryor by the shoulders and pushes him into the ropes. Pryor bounces off the ropes into Camacho's grasp. Camacho reaches around Pryor and trips him up. Pryor falls to the mat seat first. As Pryor is sitting on the mat, referee Sikora has called time. He has deducted a point from Camacho. If this happens again, this fight is over. Camacho tries to help Pryor off the mat, but he refuses his help. Pryor gets up and motions to his crouch and says something about Camacho's mother. Camacho is dancing around the ring as Pryor stalks him as prey. Camacho's only offense at this moment is to run. The crowd is booing Camacho for his lack of fighting. Camacho attempts a weak right jab, but Pryor goes over the top of it to land a 5-point left cross that has Camacho doing a chicken dance. Camacho's legs are extremely rubbery as the bell end round 7. Once again, Pryor is dominant. He is not fazed by Camacho's punches. Pryor had 20 points to 0 for Camacho in round 7. Camacho had a point, but it was deducted by the ref for holding. I will take a sip of... What's this? This cape has frozen my bubbly. I can't drink it. Let me remove this cape. Hopefully my bubbly will warm up as we begin round 8. The fighters are in ring center. Pryor misses with a left uppercut. Camacho lands a 2-point right hook and 2-point left cross. Camacho misses another hook but scores a 2-point right jab. Pryor misses with a right hook and combo. Great defensive skills by Camacho. Camacho counters with a 4-point straight right and 4-point right hook that got Pryor's attention. Pryor immediately clinches. Those blows hurt him. Camacho pushes Pryor away. Camacho motions for Pryor to come forward. Camacho points to his own chin, daring Pryor to hit him. Camacho has all of a sudden become a little too macho. You don't want to get Pryor angry again. Pryor stalks Camacho and misses with a right cross. Camacho's counter right hook is also missed. Camacho gets on his bicycle again, taunting Pryor as the bell ends round 8. That was Camacho's best round. Pryor did not land a single blow, while Camacho had 19 points. Camacho wants to make this a fight, and I am fighting to get my bubbly warm so I can take a sip as round 9 begins. Camacho is moving about the ring, trying to establish position. Camacho has cut off the ring and pinned Aaron Pryor on the near ropes. Camacho lands a partially blocked 1-point right cross. With his back against the ropes, Pryor lands a 4-point right cross, 3-point left cross, and a 2-point combination. Camacho lends into Pryor and wrestles him on the ropes. Camacho takes advantage of Pryor being off balance by landing a 2-point straight right. Pryor counters with a 2-point combination and 2-point left hook to the stomach. Camacho lands a 4-point right hook and a partially blocked left cross. Pryor steps back, then lands a 5-point over the top right that knocks Camacho to right center. As Pryor moves in for the kill, Camacho grabs Pryor in a bear hug and spins him down to the mat. While Pryor is trying to get up, Camacho hits him with a grazing right hook. Referee Sikora has seen enough. He has stopped the fight. At 2:56 of the 9th round, Sikora has disqualified Camacho and awarded the fight to Pryor. I think Camacho resorted to dirty tactics because he knew he could not stop Pryor. Even Camacho's best shots could not stop Pryor. Camacho didn't want to quit on his stool, but he did quit in his own way. Some fans here are booing, but the majority feel they got their money's worth. They witnessed an interesting brawl. For a moment it appeared this fight would be stopped because of a riot. Thank goodness common sense prevailed. I am only disappointed that my bubbly is still frozen. Oh well. This is Knockout Nigel, your humble commentator, returning you to our Bangkok studio. Cheers. Does anyone have a blowtorch I can borrow to melt my bubbly?
You gotta be careful with that blowtorch knockout. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that fight today. You know, once again, those two really don't like each other, Pryor and Camacho. We might have them on again. We'll think about it if you want it. If you want them to have another fight, but they've both been controversial. So we'll have to see. But you can promote as Phil O'Donnell did. You can be a promoter too. Promote a fight on this program. Go to my YouTube channel, Nourished by History. Leave your comment there. Go to my Facebook site, Greg Rashid. Go to, wherever you listen to this program. Just leave your messages. I really appreciate it. Getting messages from all over the world. It's just so wonderful. Just so wonderful to get that. And it just, just makes me feel really good. And I'm finding out that these shows are making you feel good, and that makes me feel good. But anyway, we also do music on this program because we just want to have a good time. And because I was talking about the Olympics, I'm going to play a group that from the early, mid-'60s, some of you never heard of them, but these are the Olympics. And they were they were popular for a while. And I'm going to play a couple of the songs, starting with Mine Exclusively. So let's hear the Olympics on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast.
I love scene. 'Cause it's a real cool dance and you don't get frantic. Don't have to mess up your hair, baby. You move and you groove with the soulful motion, yeah. Hey, from side to side, like the waves on the ocean, like a tycoon. Hey, and baby, now you're doing a new dance we call the slow dance. Come on now, get out on the floor now, yeah, yeah. Doing a new dance we call the slow dance. Let me tell you how it's done. Now you can do it high. Now you can do it fast. Yeah. Come on and do the slow. Come on and do the slow. Anywhere you want, anywhere you want, anywhere you want. Hey, the mommy walk, yeah, chop, yeah, yeah. Or anywhere you want now, yeah. Doing a new dance we call the sloop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh no, I just can't stop dancing. I just can't stop dancing. I just can't stop dancing. There's a place I eat lunch every day. Soon as I get there, the jukebox starts to play. I can't even eat my lunch in peace. Music makes me get out of my seat. I just can't stop dancing. Oh no, I don't wanna stop. I just can't stop dancing. Oh no. Music has a strange effect on me. It doesn't matter wherever I may be. Whenever I hear a drummer play that funky beat, I drop everything and get out of my seat. I just can't stop dancing. Oh no, I just can't stop dancing. Oh no. I just can't stop dancing. I don't wanna stop. I just can't stop dancing. Let me put this hamburger down. I don't want no more. I wanna dance. Oh yeah. I'm sure enough grooving now, y'all. Look at me. Oh yeah. I just can't stop dancing. No, no. You can't make me stop. I just can't stop dancing. I don't stop now. I just can't stop dancing. No, no. Don't make me stop. I just can't stop dancing. No, no. I just can't stop dancing.
I don't know how I started getting to this dancing on. So I was just going to do 3 songs by the Olympics, but I started looking at the 45s. I said, let me just pull this out. So that was Archie Bell and the Drills, I Can't Stop Dancing. And by the way, a little trivia for you if you don't know. You know, a lot of you probably know Archie Bell and the Drills from Tighten Up and so many hits. But his brother, Archie Bell's brother, was Ricky Bell, the great running back. He played for Tampa Bay, played at USC, just amazing running back. Ricky Bell, that's his brother. And before that, we did the Vibrations, a forgotten group out of the past, and that was Sloop Dance. And then we did 3 songs by the Olympics. Since I've been going to the Olympic trials, I thought I'd do the Olympics. And that one, we did Baby Do the Philly Dog, Good Loving, and Mine Exclusively. And Good Loving, some of you may know that and say, well, you know, I heard that song before. Wasn't that done by a group called the Rascals? Yes, they did it. But the Olympics did it first, before them. But the guy who did it before the Olympics was someone named a rare singer. Lemmy Be Good. That was his name, his recording name. Lemmy Be Good. And he did the original version of Good Loving. And then the Olympics did this one. But the bigger hit was the Rascals, who originally called the Young Rascals, and Good Loving. But anyway, just a little trivia, music trivia here on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. We talk about boxing, talk about combat sports, but we throw the music in. But we're going to get ready to get out of here now. Hope you enjoyed the program. Please come back again. Tell your friends to tell about the show. So many people all over the world listening, but we need so many more of you to listen in. You know, I got a YouTube, easy for me to say, a YouTube channel, Nourished by History. Now, I know some of you listen to that channel, but you know that most of the people that listen to this program, they're not subscribers to this channel. So please subscribe. Please do that. It helps so much. It helps the algorithm so much. Please do that. But again, this is Greg Rashid. Go in love and go in peace. Help someone along the way. And when you wake up in the morning, get up, look in that mirror, and just hug yourself and say, I love myself. If you're sight impaired, get up, hug yourself and say, I love myself. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't do anything. You can't help anyone because you can't help yourself because you don't love yourself. So do what you can. Love yourself and help those in your community. We got a lot of issues going on in this world. But do what you can to bring some positive vibrations to wherever you are in this community. If it takes us a half a second of your time, just do something positive to help someone by doing it, and then bring a smile at least once a day. Try to bring a smile to someone's face, even if it's your own face, because a lot of people don't smile, believe it or not, but, you know, bring a smile. You know, they'll make their own selves happy. So bring a smile to your face. You know, just make yourself feel good and help your community feel good. But as everyone does that, we can end a lot of the issues that are going on in this world, which we won't get on this show, but I got other shows where we talk about that. But anyway, this is Greg Rashid. See you next time on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. Take care.
Thanks for tuning in, my friends. See you next time for another edition of the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this podcast. Thanks.